All right, y'all, welcome back to another episode of the top selling singles on TCG Player. Everybody's chasing either the Prismatic restock or Ascended Heroes, since Ascended Heroes is the shiny new thing out, or the Phantasmal Flames Charizard. We're looking at the best selling singles on TCG Player. So, you're going to see a lot of different things. A lot of the top five cards are the same as last month's, so we're going to talk about those really quickly. But this is the first time we've seen the Ori Choreo on here. This is from the $10 and under list. Normally we do $50 and above, but because this is an iconic promo, this looks like a fairly good time to actually pick this card up. Looks like the 1 month data is no bueno, but we're selling 77 a day at whatever, $10 basically. And this is essentially an all-time low. Looks like it might have tested this. No. Yeah, this is pretty much an all-time low, but selling 77 items a day, that's insane. So there's a lot of people in the market to buy this card, and honestly, if this card can get down to $5, I will go ham. $10, maybe not so much. Maybe we see somewhere in the middle, like 7. But at that, I would definitely buy a bunch. I really like the card. It's a good artwork, and it's obviously done by fan favorite artist Shinji Kanda. And I mean, it's an exclusive promo. There's really nothing more to say. The average buyer is buying 7 copies per day, and I mean, this is just insane. Very, very high velocity when selling this Ori Choreo. We are going to the over $50 cards. Next, we have another promo. This is the Greninja from the Shrouded Fable box, and oh boy, we're selling 5 per day on average, and you can just kind of tell it's already up 10%. And honestly, this is led by this big buyout right here where 23 items sold in one day. But it only went from $61 up to about 65. Honestly, we're just going to keep watching it to see if this holds, but even over 3 months, it's up 26%. Next, we have the Gardevoir from Scarlet Violet base set. Now, honestly, I think this is just because Gardevoir is pretty popular and pretty much everybody expects there to be no reprints or restocks of Scarlet Violet base. So this is essentially the chase card of the set, and where average daily sold is 5. But as you can tell, there's a nice big buyout. Went from $54 only up to 58, and it came right back down. And now we're more organically trending upwards. All right, now we have Blastoise, and I think this is something pretty similar. 151 is honestly just a set for the ages, and everybody already knows that. Doesn't look like we're really getting anything major before this rotates out. So, I mean, your bundles are what, 120 bucks. Your ETB is what, 400. I mean, this set is absolutely insane, and these cards are relatively cheap compared to how expensive the sealed is. So, let's take a look at the Blastoise. Selling 6 per day, and just in the last month, we're up almost 20%. Last 3 months, 21%, coming up from $67 all the way up to 95. And there's been a lot of major YouTubers saying this is definitely a $100 card. If we take a look, the first legit seller, I mean, look, none of these guys are legit sellers really, is $100 shipped. Actually, 101 shipped, but so yeah. Blastoise is essentially a $100 card, and this is such a beautiful card. If you've never seen this in person, the texturing in the blue is beautiful. But this is to hint at something. This is not the last 151 card we're going to see. Next, we have the Charmander from 151, and the connecting artwork between the Charmander, the Charmeleon, and the Charizard are wonderful. Average daily sold of 7. We're up 13% on the month, coming from $60 up to 68. Last 3 months, we're up 20%. So we're looking around a $70 card. Let's see here. These are all not English. This is what really sucks about TCG Player is all these like not English cards are just here, and my internet's terrible. Next, we have the Mega Charizard EX from Phantasmal Flames, and this thing has honestly been going on a tear. I famously predicted incorrectly that this would be going down after all of the restocks and everything. I mean, the second wave of Phantasmal Flames was way bigger than the first wave, and I mean, it only went down to like 215 for a booster box, and now we're all the way back up to 300. The This card itself really only went down to 420, which this is kind of crazy. It was up to 700. I mean, when this card came out, when this set released, this was absolutely insanely expensive. Went all the way down to 425, and we're all the way back up to 650 bucks. Selling 7 per day on average. That is insane for an expensive card like this. Absolutely insane. Month looks like we're at 6 daily solds. Last month we're up from 509 all the way up to 620. Just astronomically insane how expensive this card is. Your legit sellers, you're looking at, well, you have one here, but that's not 100% feedback. It's pretty rough to not have 100% feedback on TCG Player. You're looking at about 700 from a reputable seller. Just astronomically crazy how expensive this card is, and it's pretty easy to hit. So, I mean, I definitely want one in my collection, but definitely not at that price. All right, more 151, and this Zapdos is another iconic card from 151. You have all three of the OG Kanto legendary birds. Everybody loves them. Let's take a look down here at our average daily sold is 6. We're pretty much flat on the month. Let's look at the last 3 months. Again, pretty much flat. You could see there's a bunch of buyouts, 67 items sold in a couple days, a couple smaller buyouts, and it's just holding steady. But let's see what the lowest listed here is. $65 from a legit seller and then $70 from another legit seller. So honestly, I can see a world where this card is 100, 120, 150 bucks just because it's so iconic. And you also have to remember all these 151 cards are pretty hard to grade. So their grade multiplier in a PSA 10 is pretty nice. All right, next we have another Charizard. As you can tell, Charizard is very popular. This one, though, is from Obsidian Flames. Now, hey, PokemonTCG, that's a local card shop to me in Greensboro, so shout out to Pocante. That's awesome. Average daily sold is 7. We're flat on 3 months with a nice dip here, up to $83 and fell. This card pumped like 100 something not too long ago, but with how expensive Obsidian Flames booster boxes are, this card has to get over $100, in my opinion. Sure, it's not the best Charizard. However, it is a nice Charizard. A lot of people like the card. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I mean, it is Charizard. Easy pull rates kind of set this back as well, but it's enough for TCG Player to call it out. Looking right at $70 from Picante. Oh my god. They have 55 of them? Yeah, that's insane. Right at 70 bucks. So that'll be at 70 bucks for a while. Again, more 151. And again, this is just a testament to how strong of a set 151 is, how popular 151 is, and just how many people came back because of 151. Honestly, I'm kind of part of it. It's the first time I started cracking Pokemon packs again since I was like 10 years old. So, never underestimate the power of 151. And I mean, the Venusaur is a nice art. It's not my favorite, but it's nice. Average daily sold is 7. You can see there's been a couple buyouts. There's one. Here's another one. 63 items sold. Another one, 47 items sold. And this is just crazy with 151. Let's see when the first legit seller. First legit seller is at 85. This is obviously going to be another $100+ card. I think all three final evolutions of the starters are going to be 100, 120 plus, with obviously Charizard being the most expensive. I still think Blastoise and Venusaur are very underrated. These cards probably should be double the price, in my opinion. I don't know if we'll see it. This is the same as last time. Ancient Mew is on here, just an old promo that's been forgotten about for a while. Average daily sold is 3. We're down about 10% in the last month from $97 down to 87 with a nice buyout here. Brought it up to 93 and it kind of flattened out a little bit, but it's still higher than where it was. Let's see. Legit seller. Can't even find one on the first page. First legit seller is probably at 105 bucks. So, I mean, this is just an iconic card. I remember seeing these as a kid and thinking they were all fake. There was a huge buyout on the 16th, which we can see right here. the 16th, and averaging 21 copies per buyer. So obviously that was a planned dip, but again, just another iconic card. Try not to talk about these too much just because they were already on here last month. This is the Charizard V-Star Sword and Shield promo from the Charizard UPC. We've talked about this UPC a little bit. Very great promos. This is the other side of the Mewtwo. Uh, all art, which is in Crown Zenith. And as we can see here, I guess the chart's a little messed up. Average daily sold is 8, and look at it just coming up. I mean, it definitely was up higher, but look at that come up 25%. And it's just continue to have a bunch of mini buyouts here every couple, I don't know, maybe once a week or so, just a bunch of mini buyouts all over the place. And last but not least, Mew. I believe Mew was number one last month as well. I mean, there's so much to like about this card. It's Mew, it's from 151, it's a promo, and it's from a UPC, which is very, very expensive. As you can tell, the artwork's beautiful, etc. Average daily sold is 13 for the last month, and you can see there's been a bunch of mini buyouts and then a larger buyout, and this card has just been steady going up from 51 all the way up to $58, up 10% in the month. And it's just been steady buyouts left and right. As we can see, there's a bunch of sellers, legit sellers, $57, $58, all have one though, so it won't sit there for a while. Beautiful card nonetheless. So that there you have it, the best-selling cards on TCG Player for the month of January. Remember, when everybody's chasing Ascended Heroes, look other places, and as you can tell, there's no Ascended Heroes cards on here because there's not a whole lot of them out there. If you liked the video, smash that subscribe button. Head over to my website, maxpacks.com. Get yourself some sealed Pokemon product. We got booster boxes, ETBs, Japanese, English, SPCs, all sorts of goodies. We even offered 3-pack blisters of multiple sets for MSRP. Congratulations to those who cop. That's all I have for you guys. This is Joe, dipping out.